This is an educational example based on my personal approach. Results vary widely, and nothing here guarantees profit or future performance.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Trading with Ashley show. There's nothing like a little green to really get your portfolio going again. It was really fun to see all of the hard work that me and my community members have done over the past several weeks come to fruition today. We were able to take profit on a lot of really cool trades, and I'm sure you got to take advantage of some of those just from my YouTube videos. I hope you're seeing green today as well. But what I wanted to share with you today is just a really cool trade hack. Earnings season is around the corner, and I have a trade hack for you that is going to really allow you to make money whether or not the stock goes up or down. Now, all of these trades, they do expire before earnings, and so we're going to look at it a couple of different ways. The main thing with this trade, they're going to be put credit spreads that expire before earnings. So the return that you're getting on the premium alone that you're receiving is close to about 10% on most of the trades, which is really good. But as most of you know, it's really frustrating when you see the trade working against you and that happens and you see the purchased put gaining value and you think, gosh, I wished I could break this apart and just take advantage of the purchased put that has gained value. Well, if you craft the trade the way I'm going to teach you and you have the cash or a combination of cash and margin, safe margin, I never like to use too much. If you have that available to you, then you're able to actually break this trade apart and do exactly that. You cash in on the purchased put because it would gain value as the stock moves down. But then you would take the sold put and you would roll it down and out. Now, the reason this works pre-earnings is this. As most of you know from seeing my other videos on earnings, if you sell a put over earnings, you get more premium. And so if you decide to break this spread apart before earnings and you roll down and out going past the earnings date, that's going to boost the premium you receive significantly. So you can push this trade out maybe another month or so and go down to a safe strike and usually do pretty well. So the beauty of this trade is you're going to make money if nothing happens and we don't get down to the strike price. You're going to make about 10% on your money. But if the trade works against you, that's when the real opportunity comes, as long as you have the cash available. Because like I said, you get to take profit on that purchased put. If you've got the cash to support the sold put without the purchased put, you'll roll that down and out. Now, I am very strategic on the strike prices that I am selecting because if I have to roll that sold put down and out in time, I want it to be at a price that would be okay, assuming the shares. And so I've actually picked out some stocks to do this on for you. And the best part about this is typically when you do a put credit spread, it works out best if you wait for a red day to sell the put credit spread. But if your intention is to break it apart, you're actually going to do better when the stock is rising because that purchased put, it will end up gaining more value if you buy it when the stock is having a green day. So again, this works best if you have the cash to back up the sold put and if it's a green day and if your intent is to break the spread apart to trade over earnings. Now, if all of this is a little bit confusing to you, I will try to go slow as we go through the examples so you fully understand what I am talking about. Now, for those of you that like the way I teach and you've been curious about what it's like to be on a live trading session with me, you're going to get that opportunity. I am doing a live training this Saturday, but you must register. I want to make sure you don't miss out on this opportunity. I will be taking you through how to make money in a variety of market conditions because we are going to be using a shorter time frame to trade. Now, we've been doing this within the community for the past several weeks, and it's been really profitable for us. So I want to make sure that you fully understand how this works. I would love for you to join me. Okay, let's jump into the computer so I can teach you how to make money either way, whether the stock goes up or down with this trade hack. Here is how I begin the process. First, I want to actually go confirm the date of earnings because I want my trade to end before earnings. And so if you look down here, you can see earnings are slated for May the 20th. Now I want to graduate to the chart to look at the technical so that I can select a really good entry for my credit spread. This is going to be a put credit spread. And if you look right here, I like going for the bottom of the band. This is 165. This would potentially be my sold put. And then I'll probably do a $5 wide spread. Now, the reason I like this is you can see right here, we are over 50 on the RSI. Typically, when you're over 50 on the RSI, the stock is in a bullish mode. So there's a really good chance that we won't actually get to 165 post earnings. But I have a plan for that just in case we do. Let's go build this on the option chain so that you can see a couple of different dynamics on how this may play out in your favor. I'm building this in Fidelity, and one thing I like about Fidelity, if you are building your spread, you can see right here, they'll tell you the earnings date. So it's real easy when you're selecting it so you don't make a mistake. I want to always select the date right before earnings, and that's strategic because I want to either be out of this trade before earnings, or my goal would be to break it apart and get out of one end of it and then roll the other end. Once you put this together, you can see that the credit that's being offered right now for a $5 wide spread, this is 165 is my sold put, 160 is my purchased put. The credit is 76 cents. So at this point, if I were to put on this trade and I were to enjoy 100% win on this trade, that would be a 15% profit in the matter of about a month. So that's really good. Now, I don't want to do too many of these contracts because my goal would be to actually give myself some cushion and have the available cash or margin to roll the sold put if I need to. So how that would work is if from the time of actually selling this option, NVIDIA is trading at around 181. So because I am buying this put on a pretty green day, this will start to gain value if NVIDIA starts pulling back. Now, my trade may not be at risk, but I would want to watch for this. And if I see this gain anywhere from about 10 to 25% value, I may go ahead and decide to exit this trade. Well, now just be aware, if you exit a purchased put, that's going to leave your sold put vulnerable. But remember, if you roll this out in time, the fact that you would be going over earnings for your roll would give you some elevated premium, and it would make your exit a lot easier if you were going to roll it down. So if I went ahead and took profit on the purchase put and I wanted to roll this particular trade down and out, I would more than likely roll it out probably till May 22nd, and I would go down and strike. I'd try to go probably to around that 160 level, and I would more than likely get a credit for that. Now, the reason that you don't want to do this on a stock that you don't plan on holding longer term is if NVIDIA crashes after earnings, then I would have a really tough time rolling this down. Even though I rolled it to 160, I'd have a tough time getting out of that before assignment. And so I may be stuck with NVIDIA at 160, but let's go back to my chart and look at that. If I actually got NVIDIA at 160, that would be well below where the current action is. It would be quite a discount from our current trading action. And I believe in NVIDIA. It's a strong company, and I would not mind holding this for a longer term hold if I were assigned at the 160 level. Let's look at another ticker symbol that we've been trading quite a bit in the community. This is Bloom Energy. It offers wonderful premium, and this company has a lot of promise as well. So if you look at their earnings date, it's slated for April the 30th. Now let's look at the technicals. This one's in a very similar spot that we saw on NVIDIA. The RSI is over 50, and it's trading right here about in the middle of its band. If I wanted to select a sold put price, I'd probably go right here about 120. This is at the bottom of the band. Now, again, this is best to do on a green day because remember, there's two parts to this trade. There's the sold put that would actually be better on a red day, but then there's the purchased put, and that is going to give you better pricing on a green day. And if you plan to break this apart like I do, then you could do better if you buy that put on a green day. Once you get to your broker and you want to build this, here is April the 24th. Their earnings is actually April the 28th. There's a little bit of a discrepancy between Yahoo Finance and what this shows. So if you go with the 24th, you'll be safe either way. And then here's the spread put together. Currently, it's offering 83 cents, and it's a $5 wide spread. So it would only require $500 in capital to put this trade on. But that's only if I'm doing this part of the trade. If I want to break this apart eventually, I'm going to need enough to support
support this 120 strike. So that's $12,000 to support this 120 strike. But if you just take it at its face value, currently this is, as a spread, about a 16% return in a few weeks. Now, if I were to break this apart, if I were to take profit on the 115 purchased put, then I would roll this one down and out. I would go over earnings, so more than likely I'd probably go right here to May 15th or May 22nd, and then I would roll this down and out more than likely to around the 115 level. Now remember, going back on the chart, if I were to do that, that would still give me the stock well below where it's trading now. So I look at that as a good risk to reward dynamic. Also, if you look at the analyst insights, the average price target is right here at anywhere between 140 and 145. So again, getting it at around 120 or even 115 should serve me well in the future. Now I want to take a look at SoFi. So this works great for smaller accounts because there's usually no problem having enough capital to roll the sold put down and further out if you need to, because it's a lower price ticker. If you look right here, earnings is slated for April the 29th. Let's take a look at SoFi on its chart. Looking at SoFi, it's anemic right now. It is struggling quite a bit. So if I were going to sell a put, I'd want to go below where our current action is. I might shoot for something at around $15.50, and then I will probably do a $1 wide spread because this will require less capital, and then my return will be greater if I win this trade. RSI is at 42, and that is down though from where we were much lower. So there's a chance that we have hit the bottom and we'll bounce. We'll just have to see what earnings brings and how they respond to some of the allegations that have been made against them. Once you put this together on a ticket, you'd want to select the 24th because that's before earnings, which is on the 29th. Now, if you receive anywhere from 20 to 25 cents, which it's currently paying, that's a really good return in a few weeks. You would receive a return of around 20 to 25% because your spread is only $1 wide. You can see here $15.50 is my sold put, and then $14.50 is my purchased put. So again, if SoFi were to continue to pull down, this purchased put would gain value. Even though I only paid 22 cents for this one would go up more than likely to 50 cents or even higher. I'd want to take profit on that one, and then I would go to my sold put and I would roll this one down and out further. If I were to roll this out past earnings, I would probably go maybe the 15th or the 22nd, and then I would go down to the next level of support. I might go down to $14.50, or even if I was able to, go down to $14 or $13.50.
I hope you found that eye-opening and it gives you a few good ideas so that you can now go tackle trading, not being afraid to take the trade either way if you feel like you can make money either way. Remember, there are risks involved. You have to be willing to accept the stock at that price, or you'll have your money tied up for a longer amount of time as you roll it down and out. So you never want to go too heavy in on any of these trades, but it does give you a great opportunity to make money. Now, if you like earnings dynamic, I made a full video on how to trade earnings, and it breaks you through a lot of different ways that you can make a really intelligent play on earnings. I'm going to leave that video for you right here.